Hi, Kate. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. Just to let you know, the way I do this, I see, feel, hear, sense. I get pictures. It's all in the way they come across, and I allow them to come in and say whatever it is that they think they need to say. They know better than I do. So I kind of let them just take the road. I will throw things out that may not make any sense at all. They might click in your head later, or it may be coming later. Um, Names, I stink at getting names correctly. So if I say a name, might have to think outside the box a little bit if it's not the exact name, and it'll be close. It'll be close. So Billy's very, very strong, very strong. And when he came in, oh God, I'm not going to sing to you. You really don't want me singing. But he was singing the song, Que sera, sera, whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. And this is an old, old song if you want to Google the words. I believe Doris Day sang it. So that's way back in my day when I was younger. He's okay, he's moving around behind me. They really love to do this lately. He's looking straight at the screen. I've had a lot of them do this lately. And he's watching you because you're going to be looking at the screen, and he's staring right at you. He's saying you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, and he goes, and I feel like I want to cry. And he's going like this and saying your heart is this big, that you're an awesome person. Don't forget it. Don't don't let this cause such a shadow and such a, what's he saying? Hang on. Don't let this put armor on your heart, because that would be such a waste to this world. Don't let this harden you. It will be okay. You just don't think it will right now. And he's going like this. I'm not sure why. Sometimes they just show me stuff and they don't explain why. He's like, okay, this is my left side. I know a lot of my videos I do, it looks backwards. And they like to show me which side that you're gonna feel them the most on. So he's over here on my left, and he's right up next to my ear. All right, tell me. He he's very, very strong energy. Strong in a good way. He said you're going to feel him on the left. He's not showing me exactly what he's going to do, except I'm getting a tickling over here. It's, how do I describe this? It's, you can just feel something different. It's not really anything you can feel. You feel something different. It's okay. He's reminding me. Do you ever feel somebody behind you looking at you? You you just feel that. You feel that it's actually an energy, and you turn around and go, "Why are they looking at me?" You're just gonna feel it. He says, then he's gonna touch the top of your ear. And usually when I describe this, I tell people it feels like a fly landing on you. you're going to feel it different. You're going to feel it, and it won't feel like a finger touching you, but you're going to feel it. It's not going to be tickly like a fly. He says you're going to feel a wisp of air in your left ear, and that's where he's trying to whisper in your ear. He says you're probably not ready for it, that the grief gets so strong that it covers this stuff up and you can't see it or feel it. But once, and then he makes me breathe real big. Once you can breathe again, you're going to start noticing this. Oh, he says, and you're begging, 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 bring me a sign, bring me, do this, touch me, do this. I know, I've done it, I've been there. I know exactly what he's talking about. But once you, how do I explain this? Once you're not so like this and going, where is it, where is it, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. Once you relax and accept it, and it'll be in a moment when you're really quiet, don't expect it, that's when you're going to start feeling that. I always tell them, come on, do a little stronger, get through my hard-headedness. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work that way. He's showing me a scene, and I'm trying to figure out which one he is. All right, there's somebody pulling what looks like a little red wagon type thing with wooden sides on the upper part of it. And there's a little bitty kid sitting in it, and he's being pulled down a sidewalk by an adult. It's a male adult. They're only showing me the male up to here. They're not allowing me to see who the male is, and maybe it doesn't make any difference. Whoops, wait a minute. I think they're going to change it. So he's the one in the wagon. The adult male just squatted down in front of the wagon so I could see him. And he's in a business suit. He's slim. Very nice, crisp business suit with a hat on. And this hat, I'm going to say, would be a hat that my dad wore in the 50s when he got dressed up in a business suit. It's not a ball cap. I want to say fedora. I don't know exactly what a fedora is, but it's a business suit, business type hat with a black band around it. And this man is squatting down after he pulled this wagon. This is a grandfather type figure, but he feels more like a dad. He feels like a dad energy, but I feel that he's a grandpa. So I don't know if this is a grandpa that stepped in and took care of you guys a lot, and he felt more like a father figure to you, because that's the way the energy works sometimes. He wants you to know that he's with this man. And this man is smiling at him, very protective of him, but this man seems to be, he wants to concentrate on this man for a minute. This man seems to be a quiet, soothing energy, peaceful, that's not the right word I want to use, loving energy, extremely loving energy this man is. He wants you to know that he's with him, and he's in a very good spot. They both are. They are with each other. And now there's a lady walking up. And I think he feels like you need to know that he's in good company. There's a lady walking up. She's not an extremely large lady, but she's not slim. She's got a few pounds on her. She's got the white hair going on. She is definitely a grandmother type figure. She has a dress on. It's not overly fancy, but it's nice. She's bending over, so I'm not seeing her face. I can see the side of her glasses, but most of us older people end up having glasses on. He's directing my attention to her left hand. She has a very large, what must be a wedding ring on. It's a very large ring. And she's bending over by this wagon, and she's putting down a sack with handles on it. I've never seen this before. She pulled out some cookies, and she pulled out a cake. They never waste their energy. They never waste a message. Whatever they come through with, there's a reason for it. She's got this cake in her hand, and she's wanting to share it with everybody out there. So he's feeling, how do I say that? He's showing himself to be this extremely young child with these protective parent, grandparent type figures. So he's trying to get the picture across that he's taken care of just like he was back then. He's surrounded with loving people and spirit, that he's in good hands, he's well taken care of. Those aren't the words I really want to use. I don't know why I'm not coming up with the right words. Just like a baby in their arms, safe, secure. And he's making a big deal of this, so he thinks that you need to know that he's okay with them. Okay, let's see if we can get out of this scene, unless he's got something else to show. There's somebody else coming up. I don't know that you wanted to hear all this. I know you want to hear from him. Like I said, I totally trust what they bring through. Okay, there's another man riding up on a horse, and I feel like he's much older. And the man on the horse looks like he has a uniform on, and he's carrying a flag, but the flag is not unfolded, so I can't see it. This might even be further back than the grandparents. And now I can see, I'm not seeing faces or bodies exactly, but there's people all over, back behind all these people. He has a whole herd with him. He's still sitting in the wagon, but he threw his arms up and he said, "Family! I found family." Okay, now we're finally getting out of that scene. He's showing me a butterfly. It looks more like a monarch or that type of butterfly. It's not one solid color, it's a darker colors. And it's landing on your head. So I don't know if it's actually going to land on your head. And they use butterflies a lot. That's one of the universal signs. One of the universal signs. But you're going to have butterflies. And he's going to try to get one to land on you. Okay, so when you see these butterflies, a lot of times I say, if that's really a sign from you, Bob, that's who sends me butterflies. If that's really a sign from you, bring it closer and just watch and see if it comes closer. It took like 10 times this white butterfly. It's always a white butterfly, and it circled my head, circled my head, circled my legs. And I kept saying, where's my signs? Where's my signs? About the 10th time I went, duh, there's your first sign, Rhonda. So pay attention to those. Even doesn't have to be in real life. You might even see a picture, a cartoon of somebody with a butterfly on their head. But you're going to see butterflies on the internet and books, magazines, billboards, bumper stickers. I saw one where a butterfly was shortened in the spelling on somebody's license plate. Be aware. He's showing me bumper stickers, so you're definitely going to see one on a bumper sticker. Something about a butterfly. Okay. He says, he said he's going to send you a bee. He knows you don't like them. He said he's going to get your attention one way or the other. He says you're going to notice when that bee won't leave you alone. And he's laughing. He thinks it's funny. And when you do get these, say, I see it, thank you, I love you, bring me more. And once they get your attention and you start seeing them, you'll get all kinds. He's showing me the universal feather. But the feather will be in strange places. Like out of the blue, I'll find one on my steps coming upstairs. Or just in a weird spot where it couldn't possibly come from. Okay, he's reminding me too of walked through my dining room like 10 times one day, and then the next time I walked through, there was a piece of paper laying in the middle of the floor, tiny piece of paper, and it was actually a candy wrapper, and it said something. I've got it saved somewhere. It said something about love on it. Those kinds of things, they'll be unusual, they'll be out of the place. You'll be driving down the road, and all of a sudden, your head will be pulled to the side and start thinking, why is my head being drawn over here? Open up your awareness and look out there. There'll be something with his name on it, something with a car like his. I'm trying to see what he's showing me. A boat. Showing me a boat. Pretty nice boat. Oh, now it's getting bigger. I don't know if that's going to be one of your signs. Something about a boat. He's not saying why he's showing me this boat. It started out look like a regular boat like we might ride on the river, and it turned into almost as big as what looked like an ocean liner, so I'm not sure about this boat. They never waste a message. He said, I don't care about the stuff I left. because that stuff doesn't matter to me anymore. He's shown me a book, and I see the word diary on it. Something written. And I don't know, nowadays we use computers. I do with mine, but so I'm guessing it's handwritten. Something about this book he wrote in, or at least he's showing himself very, very fervently. That's the right word. Like writing. He says pouring out his heart. He says you did what needed to be done. I trust you. I wouldn't have it any other way. And I don't care about that stuff. That stuff. Because it's not what's important. What's important, and he points from his heart to your heart, is the love between us. Okay, he wants me to tell you he can feel that. He can feel that love. Now he's showing me a picture of a heart and it's broken. It's got a broken line through it. He wants me to tell you he can hear you, he can see you, he can feel your love. You just can't feel it back. He said you will. You will. He's shown himself sitting at a set of drums. And he's a playing away. So even if he didn't play drums, yeah, because he looks like he really loved beating on these drums and hitting the cymbal and everything, then he's referring to his love for music. Loud music. He says, you know how a set of drums irritates people listening to them in a house? He says, that's the way I cranked my music up and irritated my mom. Okay, he's mentioning Charlie, and then he said Charlie Horse. But don't forget, I don't get names correctly. It'll be a male name. It'll at least start with a C, probably a CH. But when he said Charlie Horse, I'm thinking Charlie is actually the right word. He said it's okay the way it happened. Trying to see what he's showing me, sorry. It's painless. He said that might be too much TMI. That the man in the suit with the hat on was standing there waiting for him, right beside him, right up by my right side, standing over him, right here. not seeing him change the scene yet. He's showing this guy on a horse again. And as he's laying there, this guy's riding the horse around him, and now there's a woman with what looks like a wedding veil sitting there riding double on this horse. Just the horse is going around him. I honestly don't know what that is. I'm not sure what they're showing me. Gotta love my team. Okay, change it. He's showing himself. On your couch, laid back with his feet up, with a bowl of popcorn. I'm gonna say it. And he's farting. He actually raised his butt up to fart to make sure that I saw it as he's watching TV. He says, "How'd you like that one, Mom?" Oh, here's a sign that I've never ever had anybody get before, because I ask them for different things. Well, everybody gets the feathers, the pennies, the butterflies and stuff. You're gonna smell his farts. Oh, he's laughing his butt off. You're going to smell every so often a whiff of a god-awful smell. It's going to be his farts. That's a good one. He says, and when you do, Mom, you better laugh. But still, acknowledge it. Tell him you love him. Tell him you got the sign. I love it. I love my job. He's showing me when you're sitting on the side of the bed and everything's quiet in the house and you're sobbing into your hands, that he's kneeling in front of you. Let me see what he's going to do. He's kneeling in front of you, wanting to take some of your pain away. I can't see exactly what he's doing. It's a little dim. Come closer. If your hands are in front of you and you're like this, your head's down and you're crying, he's actually going to try to touch the back of your hands and pull them apart and make you stop crying. I'm not sure how to tell you you're going to feel this, because it's not going to feel like me grabbing your hands. It's all right. Just now I got this. It's feeling right here. It's not a pain, but it's not like somebody touching you, but it was almost like a pain. And I probably feel it stronger than you will, but it was, now I just felt it on the top of my right foot, like if I didn't have any fingernails and I was about the size of the end of my finger. You're going to feel that on one of your hands, but it's not, oh, crap, how do I describe this? It's not like skin touching skin. It's kind of like this little pain I just got here. It's It wasn't like somebody touched me, like I touched myself with my finger. It was a pain. Just now I feel it here. It's, I don't know what word I want to use. I'm sorry. Do you know when you suddenly get an itch, but it's not an itch. This isn't that feeling, but it's just something that's, oh, now I'm getting it here. I had this happen just the other day. One of these, when I was doing a reading, they started doing that to me. So he's going to try on the back of your hands first. Maybe you don't have to even be in this position, but sitting on the bed, where you'll just feel something that's just gonna, it's actually energy is what it is. I just felt it back here. I got you guys, but I don't know how to, tell me how to describe it, but without my fingernail. You're just gonna feel something, or you might feel it here, and then you might feel it here, and now I feel it here. It's not like, it's more than a hair tickling you, it's more than a fly landing on you, but it's not like a finger touching you. I'm sorry, I don't know what word to use. Oh, now this is itching. I might have done that though when I touched it. He's going to be communicating with you in all kinds of ways. Something about his old room. Something about his old room. You don't need to keep all that stuff in my old room. You need to, after a little bit, make it bright, light, shiny, clean, clear, new energy. Open the windows, let that new stuff, old stuff out, new stuff in, because those are just things and I'm not in those things. I'm in your heart. You're part of my soul, part of my spirit. I'm not going to let you fall. And he goes back to singing Que Sera, Sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. He's got to be, I don't have no clue how old he is, but he's got to be too young to know that song. He reached his arms out to give you a big old bear hug. He said, I'm keeping my energy close. He said, but do not be afraid of holding me here. We can go where we want. You do not tie us to the earth by asking for these things. Do not be afraid to ask for them. We can go where we want. You don't have a rope on us. Now he's showing me a pair of shoes, but they look almost like they're dress shoes. No clue. No clue. I just give what I see or hear. He said, oh, now he's got the wagon. He's got the wagon, and there's a little one in there. Let me see if this little one is with him or here. I heard here. There's a little one here that he's going to be pulling around in this little wagon, and it's not that he's going to be, the wagon's not the exact thing, it's he's doing the same thing that the man in the suit was doing, but now he's doing it with a young one here. So he's doing the protecting and the watching and the, he says he actually plays patty cake with this one. Little bitty ones can see, hear, feel, sense them. If you see, and it looks like a male, a very young male. So if you see this child and it's looking at nothing up in the corner, it's looking at something. They, we haven't told them yet that this isn't real, that they can't have an imaginary friend. They see them, they sense it, until we condition them that it's not real. So he's going to walk off with this little boy in this wagon that he's protecting, that he's going to help guide. I'm getting it back here. And he says, love you lots, to the moon and back, to me and back, to earth and back. And now I'm getting all these feelings again. He says, so don't forget, it's not like a bug crawling, it's just something. So even if you don't see these things, feel these things right now, just once your grief lifts a little bit, keep it in mind. Keep it in mind and you'll get something every so often. And once your grief lifts, then it may take that before the rest of it unfolds. He says, remember, do not put armor on your big, beautiful heart. I love you, Mom. And he has one red, looks like a rose, that he's handing to you. And he says also something about a birthday coming up real quick, and he's going to be there. And he's always there. He can always hear you. Do not hesitate to talk to him. Do not hesitate. And then I see the word why. He said, why's for another time. And he's moving off, and he's waving. Says, see you on the flip-flop, Mom. Know that I'm safe and comfy and watching out for you. Don't ever doubt that. Okay, he's already gone off. Much love to you. I hope that you understand his messages. He's very, very strong. He's definitely not a weak spirit. Thought I was going to say something, but I didn't. All right, much love to you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you see these signs. I hope they're awesome for you. Just know that he is still with you in some way, shape, or form. Just the physical body is gone. That's it. Everything else is the same. Much love to you, Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Sending you love.